In 1995, at the World Conference on Women in Beijing, countries unanimously adopted the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action, the most progressive blueprint ever for advancing the rights of not only women, but girls. The Beijing Declaration is the first to specifically call out girls' rights. On December 19, 2011, the United Nations General Assembly adopted Resolution 66 of 170 to declare October 11 as the International Day of the Girl Child, which is to recognize girls' rights and the unique challenges girls face around the world. Now, in 2021, we commemorated the Generation Equality Forum, which is the GEF, by launching a 5-year commitment from civil society leaders, governments, corporations, and changemakers from around the world for bolder gender equality impacts. Now, at the same time, we are in the second year of the COVID-19 pandemic, the pandemic which has accelerated digital platforms for learning, earning, and connecting, while also highlighting girls' diverse digital realities. Hello there and welcome. My name is Jefta Kobidonko. If you're joining us on YouTube, be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends. If you're joining us on the podcast, kindly do same. Today, I'm joined by two wonderful personalities who are making giant strides in the esports industry in Ghana. Monica Mensah and Dabi Diamond. Ladies, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Right. Monica, congratulations on your nomination. Mind telling us about it?
It's not actually a nomination. It's an appointment to be the ambassador for women in games Ghana.
Okay.
And
right.
with that, it will help me build a community around females to interact in the gaming world too, so that it wouldn't be just a one-sided gender organization. Because mostly women are not usually competing in these tournaments and things like that. So it's just the male, and it has become like a one-sided gender program, which is not fair. All women should be allowed. That is why I applied for this ambassadorial position, and I'm very glad to be given that opportunity.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Congratulations again on your appointment.
Thank you.
Dabi, I'm sure you have had a lot of opportunity and experience gaming, and we're delving straight into it. Tell us what your journey has been like, Dabi Diamond, how exactly you started off gaming, and what the challenges were for you.
Okay, so first of all, congratulations to Monica. I mean, she's doing us proud. Every competition she's been on, she's always making sure that at least she's the head and making all the ladies proud. So, Charlie, kudos to you, Monica. We want to follow in your footsteps. When we grow up, we want to be like you. So for me, my journey in esports actually started about a year ago, around this time when I competed in the Eze Gaming Hub 20 FIFA 20 tournament in the Volta region, and that's where I was recruited by the CEO and coach of Eze Gaming Hub, Christian Chibueze. But prior to that, I've always been playing video games with my friends as little as I can remember. I mean, I'm sure I've held all the Game Boys in my hands. I've played all the Nintendos. I've played all the Famicom. You know, I've tried a lot of games, but I mean, professionally, me starting into this whole esports industry, I think it's been a year, and so far, I'm so happy that I've got the chance to meet so many people in the industry, men, women, girls, boys, who are doing extremely well from Ghana, and I'm excited to be part of it.
Great. Thank you so much for that. You seem to be an OG, mentioning Family.com and all that. I'm sure the journey isn't any different for you, Monica. Tell us about your journey so far as a gamer, how you got into it, and how it's been like for you so far.
Uh, it's been quite a journey, I'd say. When I was, I think that was back in 2015. That was when I had the chance to play on a console. That was a PS3. So I used to play with my neighbors who were boys, obviously, and they would always beat me. And it was only FIFA because that was the only thing I was interested in, mostly soccer. So with that, I just developed that interest, and then more times I would play on mobile with this application, Dream League Soccer. That was my favorite mobile game. And then I discovered a game center back in 2019. Yes. That was when I really improved my gaming skills because I had met more competitive people. Yes. So I actually learned from my mistakes and then stuff like that. But then there are some people, they wouldn't let you play because they think you are not good enough. You are just joking. You're female. You can't play FIFA. So there were a lot of critics when I was playing. But then that encouraged me more to do better. Yes. So far, it has been good. It has been a good journey, and I'm proud of where I am now.
Right. We are also proud of where you are now, and it's been a very unique journey for you. I'm sure all this has built an experience that you can share with other gamers. Um, this is our way of commemorating the International Day of the Girl Child. And obviously seeing that you have competed in so many competitions, hence gaining the recognition to earn you the spot on this platform. I just wanted to understand the your involvement really in the esports industry, and this goes to you, Dabi. Obviously you're a gamer, but what other thing or what extra thing can we attribute to you as an individual within the esports industry in Ghana?
Okay, so I belong to a gaming hub in the Volta region in Ho, called Eze Gaming Hub, where we want to focus on making gaming, bringing awareness to video gaming in the region. So last year they started off by having a tournament, and so this year the onus has come to lie on me to um, organize the tournament. So in that regard, for my gaming team, I am to organize a tournament which would come off in November, December. We are still in the planning stages. Aside that, I coach the male FIFA team in the AZ Gaming Hub as well. So I bring in the can-do spirits, the motivation. I like to observe people's games and see what they are doing that my team is not doing and give them feedback. So yeah, on the coaching side too, I do that with my team. Then I belong to the Ghana Esports Association female team, the Queens. Of course, Monica is also a part of that. So, and with that, we organize with the help of our president, Chrissy Hayford. He's organized several seminars, several programs that have come to help we, the female gamers, not only in gaming, but also techniques for streaming, graphic design, and all that. So it's been very intense 1 year in esports, and I have so many people to thank, especially Christian Chibueze and then Chrissy Hayford.
Right. It's interesting that you mentioned your coaching of the male team. Um, I mean, the question is there to be asked: why not coach a female team? Why coach a male
So
team?
yeah, currently we are only two females in my gaming hub. Um, the other lady is currently in Ho. I relocated to Accra quite recently. So it's been tough meeting up and training and all that. But the reason why I happened to coach the team was there was a tournament earlier this year held in Accra, and I had to see to it that they were well catered for, and that was my part. And we actually caused an upset. That was during the GGC tournament sometime earlier this year. Yeah.
Right. So there's another GGC tournament coming up soon. We are hoping that you can cause an upset like you did.
Yeah,
But
we are participating in it.
well, we live to see. We live to see. So all the best in that. Let me bring Monica in quickly. Obviously, with your ambassadorial position, you are in a place where you can help or you can speak out. And so I just want to find out from you quickly what exactly, obviously representing a supposed minority within the industry, what exactly can we do different to make sure that we are seeing a lot more women involvement, a lot more girl involvement in the esports space?
Well, I have a few plans. First of all, I plan on planning a seminar where we will involve a lot of women or mostly women, and then talk to them about how gaming goes, and then how you can profit from a gaming career, and then other white collar jobs associated with the esports community. Also, I would organize a full women only tournament. Depending on the game, I don't know. Most of them, they don't know what they want to do actually in gaming. So there will be a series of games where they will choose what they want to play, and then that's it.
But how exactly do we fix that? Because if we are looking to get people to be very competitive, right? And we are looking to build athletes in the esports space. Shouldn't we just narrow it down to one or two games where we have, women competing in that space? Or you disagree?
Well, that's also a good idea. So I'll sit down with my board and then decide on which games women will be more interested in, and then we'll plan it for them.
Okay. All right. Now, Dabi, let me come to you quickly. I just want to understand what exactly it's like for you, um, and the way you see things, obviously. And it's the same question I asked Monica. I just want to understand what you think we can do to ease women involvement or to make it easier for women to be more involved within the esports space.
I mean, what makes esports? I mean, I can play video games I can play games on my phone and stream on my Facebook, on my Instagram, wherever I find any streaming app I can stream on. I can have a console and stream on, but if I don't have those facilities, or if I don't have those equipment, if I don't have those um, things available to me, how then do I become a gamer? So that is a major challenge when it comes to females in the esports industry, because we do not have the consoles, we do not have the equipment, we do not have the luxury as the our male counterparts would have. I
But not
mean,
not not
females.
not to cut you short or anything. Do you think it's more of a logistic issue than it is an interest issue because you don't have too many women taking an interest to esports?
I mean, if you're going to a school to go and teach them ICT, going to teach them IT, and you don't have a computer to show them, you have to draw it on the board and draw a mouse on the board for them, they wouldn't take much interest in it. But if you have the actual device there, you have the logistics there, definitely they want to touch it, they want to feel it, they want to know how it works. If I click here, this can happen, right? So same way, if I have a lady who thinks, oh, playing FIFA is nice, playing 2K, NBA 2K is nice, but I do not have those things really available to me. If I have them, I'll definitely try to learn, get my hands on them and learn. So it's just giving them those things so that they can at least learn. For me, like this, I do not have a console. I don't even remember the last time I played, honestly speaking. But if anytime I get the opportunity, any competition, I still show up and try and play, because I have the luxury of, going there. You can go to game centers. Monica is very good at that, going to the game center, going to play, and feeling free among them. But some people are not as easygoing as it is. Some ladies are shy. They cannot sit among men or among other boys to play and all that. So there are a lot of other steps that we need to take to make it friendly enough for ladies to participate in esports. You understand? Make them comfortable enough to participate in esports. Maybe some sort of special treatment. Of course, we have that when it comes to the Queens, with Kwesi Hayford. He has given us an opportunity to come over to his side to play games at any time that we want to. But how many ladies have that opportunity like we have, because we are members of the association? That's why we need to invest in trying to get more females on board, like the seminar Monica is talking about. Teach them other things they could do in it. There's graphic designing, there's streaming, there's IT stuff, there's so many things in esports that ladies could get into, and not necessarily maybe being a gamer. I mean, to be a gamer is a tough decision. You need to have a console, you need to be able to stream. If I look at the top 300 gamers around the world, I don't think I'll find more than 10 females in that list. I may be wrong. I don't think I'll find more than 10 females or even 5 in that list.
I mean, given what you have said, this is a clarion call to any female who may be out there and thinks that there isn't much activity going on in terms of esports in the country. Be sure to be a part of the association. Monica, you want to say something?
So, Dabi, there are actually a whole lot of females. I read online that there's about 40% of females who play video games, I think around the world or in Europe, something of that sort. But then it's just because we don't have a good foundation with the female gamers here in Africa, especially, and here in Ghana. That's why we are trying to raise awareness. That's the thing.
It looks like we lost Monica again. Unfortunately, we would have to come back to her when she gets back on the line. But Dabi, quickly, I was speaking with Kwesi Hayford the other day, and Achusi Kanku, who is owner for Team Falcon. And they both were of the view that in Ghana, we have a lot of casual gamers, right? We don't have professional athletes. We don't have people who can be on the world stage and stake a claim for Ghana. Do you agree with this assertion?
It's true. I agree with them because, the number of people who just come to play during competitions to win the money, and then they go back, and then until they hear another competition that has a prize, they pop up again. But we want people who are totally focused on it, wanting to participate in tournaments all over the world, online or in person. Just recently, I think there was the qualifiers tournament for, was it FIFA or something? I'm not sure about it.
It was for the
and
Global
they had,
Esports Federation tournament happening in Singapore in December.
Yeah. So they had a number of people competing in the qualifiers and all that. I didn't follow it to know who qualified, but I feel like that should be something that to motivate people, that if I focus on this, I could gain this, that. People who have been there, people who are making it. I've seen Ghanaians streamers on YouTube with a very large number of subscribers and all that, but they are not how will I say, they're not ready to share their stories like that, like in the Ghanaian community. Most of their following is outside. Of course, definitely will be outside, but let's have them on platforms where, like the MTN Conquest, we didn't see any of those high-profile Ghanaian online streamers, gaming streamers on
Yeah,
those
but I
platforms. If we
mean,
could bring them,
during the conquest, and this is not to cut you, during the conquest, you had Wonder Kid attending, right? If I'm correct.
yes, we
And
had Wonder Kid
Wonder Kid
attending.
is one of the touted, FIFA players in Ghana. He's a very um, well-known gamer, right? Um,
Yes, he's a known gamer.
so, I mean, given the kind of infrastructure we have, don't you think it's more of a legislation issue? Because if we have, prices of, internet bundles dropping drastically, such that you have maybe 5 gig for 3 CDs or 10 gig for 5 CDs, right? It would be easier for people to just get into the entire internet of things and such that they are able to stream like you're suggesting.
Yes, it's true. I mean, if the telcos, like the way they have a bundle package for movie streamers, they should have a bundle package for gamers. But it all boils down to us. If we are able to have a good industry that will entice them to know that, okay, this is something they can invest in, this is something they can push their money into and give us packages that will suit us. But for now, we are not seeing the people involved in it. We are not getting the awareness is the problem. We are not putting so much awareness out there for those big people to see us and invest in us.
Right, right. I mean, this conversation is something that we can keep going on and on. Um, and if we don't put our feet down and find something substantial to do or take any systematic steps, we are just going to go in circles when it comes to this conversation. Unfortunately, we are unable to get a hold of Monica. But do you have any final words, anything that you want to highlight? We'll come back to this conversation another day. But okay, I think Monica is back. So I'll just get her final words. But Dabi, what final words would you like to share with anyone out there?
Okay, so my final words is that esports has been here and is here to stay. Um, People should get rid of the stereotyping of gaming in general. Gaming is for kubolo, gaming is for this kind of people, this gaming is for that kind of people, don't get involved in it and blah blah blah. People are in it, people are making money, people are making a living out of gaming, and this is a time for our investors, our big men, big women, to invest in esports and make this a very profitable venture. I mean, the whole lockdown year, esports really showed that it is something that will stay regardless. We had people locked up in the house, and the only thing they were doing is playing video games, and that's raised the whole world. Esports grew financially, economically. Like it's a growing industry, and it's going to make more. So it's time for people to come on board.
Right.
Ladies, if you know how to play video games, if you're interested in playing video games, if you play with your brothers, if you play with your friends, if you play with your boyfriend, whoever you play with, there's a time for you. If you have a very passionate interest in it, please get in contact with any of us, and definitely we can look at a way through it.
All right. Great. Wonderful, brilliant submission. Monica, before we lost you, I was speaking to Debbie about the assertion that a lot of gamers in Ghana are casual gamers, and we don't really have athletes, professional athletes, people who can compete on the global stage. I'll take your thoughts on that, and then I'll take your final thoughts so we can wrap up.
Yeah, so with that, that's why we are trying to build up a team to partake in the tournaments and then the international tournament. And I think it will be really good if um the tournament organizers promote We the Gamers internationally. That will raise awareness that yes, there are female gamers here in Africa who are willing to compete in those international games. And then first of all, I am personally starting my career soon with the help of a console and then streaming through YouTube and then yes, other socials just to gain recognition from the rest of the world or something like that. And
Right.
compete in the FIFA tournaments online and then yeah,
Right.
locally.
Right. So obviously this is just an icebreaker. Even though we have um, made it this far into the conversation, you compete in only FIFA. You don't play eFootball or anything, just FIFA.
Uh, because of the lack of console, I just specialize in FIFA because you see when you have the console, you have the opportunity to explore different games. But then if I go to a game center, I wouldn't want to waste my money on something I don't know how to play. You understand?
Right.
So what I know how to play, I'd like to enjoy that money. Yes. So with the help of a console, I'll get to explore other games. I definitely want to try other games. There's Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty, Apex, Fortnite, and so on.
Okay. And Dabi, what about you? You specialize only in FIFA?
For me, I do play other games. I would say I'm a jack of all trades, master of none, as they say.
Okay.
I will not say I'm a good gamer. I'm still learning. I like to try a lot of new things. I'll try everything. I play FIFA, I play NBA, I do Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty. I'll play everything. That's just me.
Wow, that's quite impressive. Monica, any final words before we go? You want to say hi to your mom? You want to give a word of advice? You want to admonish people to join the Esports Association? Any final words you have before we go?
Uh, I think I'd like to say to the other females out there who are interested in, even if you want to play for fun at all, just contact us. I don't know if Kobe will put our socials out there, but then my social, you can just type Monica Mensah anyway. I think you find me, yes. So we are willing to recruit anyone who is interested, but if you want to become a pro gamer, you need to come with seriousness. You need to be passionate about it. It's because there are going to be investors and then sponsors, and then they wouldn't want to waste their money on you. So you would have to be serious about it. I think, yeah. And then I just want to thank everyone who has my back with with this ambassadorship and then my career. I'd like to thank everyone who has my back. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for that. I think the right channel would be to go through the Esports Association, and so you can find them on all socials, Esports Ghana or EAG or Esports Association Ghana. This is our way of commemorating the International Day of the Girl Child. Thank you, ladies, so much for making time. And I'm hoping that we can revisit this conversation at a later time, and we would obviously highlight the progress we would have made from now until then. My name is Jefta Kobidonko. This has been the EAN channel, the Esports Africa News channel. Follow us on all socials: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Esports Africa News. On Twitter, EA Esports A News. Thank you so much and have a great day.